Most men struggle in relationships not because they lack effort, but purely because they misunderstand what makes them powerful, grounded, and irresistible. The way of the superior man reveals truths that many will never ever hear. But if you master them, it will not only transform your relationships, but your entire life. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 lessons that will change how you show up as a man. Let's dive in. Lesson number 1, own your darkest desires. I'm looking at you now, bro, and I hate to say it, but you've been suppressing your dark side for the last 20 years out of fear and guilt. Right now, you've been living life at only like 50% of your potential. You've been taught not to play fight because that's bad. You've been taught to suppress your aggression because being angry can result in physical abuse and violence. But you've never been taught that you can actually use this aggression productively to further your self-improvement as a man. We all have a dark side. Every successful person on this planet has utilized their dark side more than you. If you want to get or achieve some sort of level of success in relationships, with life, with business, you have to start utilizing this dark side because everyone has it, bro. You know you have it. And when you were a little kid, you would use it the most. It's just that throughout primary school, throughout high school, you've been taught to sit in a chair with your collar, all the buttons tucked up, nice and fucking low testosterone, following what the teacher says and not doing otherwise, not play fighting, not being able to go to the toilet when you want to, just being restricted. And as a masculine man, we all crave freedom. We want to break free and not be restricted. So right now, you're just restricting yourself from your own dark side out of guilt and fear because your subconscious is just scared. You think something bad's going to happen, when in reality, when you take this scary risk, this scary leap of faith, bro, you're going to look back with no regrets. You're going to be able to flow much more. You're going to be so much more grounded, more present in your relationships with your lover. Obviously, I'm not saying for you to act recklessly and do drugs and do this and cause harm. No. When you can utilize your dark side in the most productive way, it's going to give you this grounded masculine presence in which the feminine is going to be so attracted to. The feminine is going to want to express her dark feminine side more because you're taking charge. You're being authentic. You're being so yourself. You're not holding anything back. Because when you do hold something back, women can sense this instantly. Instantly. They can sense that you're avoiding or suppressing parts of your own masculinity. And it's not good. It's really, really not. The guys that always suppress their dark side, they're known as the weird guys. There are ways for you to release your dark side, productively or not productively. For the productive masculine guys, you release it through work, with your aggression, through your gym workouts, through fighting. Through the unfulfilled, lazy, low testosterone bastards, they release it through watching TV, sports, masturbation. Because all those things, bro, all 3 of them, you're searching for freedom. Sport, you're searching for freedom to win the game. Break free from the defense. Masturbation, we all understand how you're searching freedom for that. Trying to break down the barrier for tsunami to flush through. TV, if you're watching some thriller, you're trying to break free the barrier to solve the puzzle. You're expressing your dark side just extremely unproductively. The other way, through business, through self-improvement, through your own workouts or whatever you find the most purposeful act to do, that's all productive and that's going to serve you and that's going to leave you feeling fulfilled with no fear or regret. So that's what you want to do. You want to explore those freedom. Own your darkest desires. Stop suppressing them because it's serving you no good. Lesson number 2, she wants the killer in you. Adrian, my girl doesn't want me to be a killer. She wants me to be her best friend. She wants me to be a teddy bear, nice and fluffy and high body fat percentage and just a little bitch. For some girls that are extremely masculine, they want their boyfriend to be feminine and a big cuddly bear who doesn't care about his purpose, but he's just there and not a killer, has no ambition. That's fine. But for majority of you, I know you right now watching this video, you're probably a pretty masculine guy and you want to attract a pretty feminine girl. Well, believe it or not, bro, to attract her in the first place, she has to see that you are a killer. A guy who doesn't give a fuck and is gonna do whatever it takes to accomplish his goals. Doesn't care about other people's opinions. Doesn't search for external validation. Just does what he feels like is constantly right in every single period of the day. Right now, you're anything but a killer. You fapped last night, you ordered Uber Eats, and you just sat on your ass watching the new Netflix series. What part of that is attractive? But Adrian, balance. I worked so hard, so I was just treating myself. Are you a killer? Are you on the hunt for success? Or are you settling? Like, bro, I couldn't care less what you do in your spare time. But I know for me, there is no such thing as spare time. She wants that killer in you. And right now, you're settling. You're coping. You're making excuses because you have no discipline. You have no drive, no ambition. Literally all of the most attractive traits. And you're ignoring them. You should be constantly searching for ways to provide, ways to protect, do whatever it takes constantly. If you don't want to sign up for that, bro, the door's there. You can go. You can go. Go. No one's stopping you. But your lazy ass clicked on this video because you wanted to find an easy solution. You thought this video would have value to help you out in your own life. I'm here to tell you today that there is no easy solution and that you just have to stop being so soft and weak and get that killer back inside of you. That killer who forced himself to go to the gym on those days where he just purely couldn't be fucked. On those rainy, cold, depressing, black and white days. When your girl sees that you just a tunnel vision and are not making excuses, her attraction towards you is literally gonna 10x. You have this courage to face challenges head on. You're not being scared. You're saying, okay, babe, cool, let's do it. Let's do that. Let's post that piece of content. Let's record this. Let's do this. Follow me. We're going this way. She wants that. Right now, if you're not a killer and you're just a spectator, bro, nothing is going to work. It's not going to be polarizing. Like I said at the start of this lesson, if you want to attract a masculine girl, okay, she probably wants you to be nice, soft, and cuddly. But I know you deep down are truly a masculine man. And you got to bring that killer back inside of you. You got to light that fire up again because there's no other way. Lesson number 3, she needs your consciousness to match her energy. I hate to say, bro, but you're a bit of a dumbass. You lack self-awareness. You lack emotional intelligence. You lack empathy. You lack mindfulness. You lack so many traits. But that's okay because younger Adrian used to lack all of these traits before he took action on to become more knowledgeable, more self-aware, more emotional intelligent. And how did I do so? Books. Right now, the reason why you can't attract a girl is because you are slightly dumb. You're low IQ. You just don't have that consciousness to match the feminine's energy. The feminine thrives and desires a very logical man who can lead the way. They want someone who's more logical than them. So right now, you need to start becoming more knowledgeable and improving your self-awareness through books. I started reading books 3 years ago in 2022, and I haven't looked back since. I've read over 50 books. Books such as Robert Greene's books to learn more about emotional intelligence, like The Laws of Human Nature, Human Psychology, Human Behavior, Power, Mastery, War, Seduction. The book I'm speaking about in this video, The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. When you can become more educated, you're going to make smarter decisions more often. And you're going to be less emotional and more logical. And I know the dread of like reading a book can seem boring and depressing. But bro, that's purely because of the education system. Primary school, high school. You're getting shoved these books in your face that you actually have no interest in and just are fictional? They're not real? Or is it non-fiction? I'm a spastic. I need to become more knowledgeable. But the books you read, they're not real, they're boring, and you write stupid essays about them. They don't mean anything. But if I was to tell you to read books about human behavior so you can understand others better, that's pretty interesting. Books about masculinity, purpose, so you can have your own fulfilling life. That's pretty interesting. And bro, nothing's stopping you to read these books. You have a physical device. You're watching this video on a physical device, digital device. Go on the internet, Booktopia, and just search these books, bro. They'll cost like $24 for a single book, which is like an hour of work here in Australia. You probably work full time. You probably hate your life. So bro, the disciplined thing for you to do right now is to buy these books, to increase your consciousness, to match the feminine's energy. In the chapter of this book, there's a quote. If you're particularly turned off by her anger, she will seem to return again and again to the energy of anger. One of the biggest mistakes guys make. They hate how their woman acts in a certain way if they're angry or sad. When the girl knows that you hate this, she's only going to amplify and express more of this emotion even more because you lack the consciousness of loving through the negativity. Sounds very fucked and confusing. Your brain's probably not on the same wavelength as me, but you can learn all about it in chapter 38. There's another quote. She would not want to be in a relationship with you if she wanted to deal with her energy fluctuations herself. She wants your consciousness, clear, strong, and free, as much as you want her radiance. She will never trust your lighter masculine capacities until you have proven your darker masculine capacities. Get to work. I've mentioned over hundreds of books for you to read on this channel. I'm not going to spit them all out here for free. You can spend the time and research more about this channel to find the books I've mentioned over several times. But if there was one book which I just beg for you to invest in, The Way of the Superior Man by David Data. Costs you $25. Take action. Lesson number 4, you're always searching for freedom. You're constantly searching for freedom. You want to always fix something. Whereas the feminine is always searching for connection. They want love. They want joy. They want to feel valued, reassured, secure. As a masculine guy, you've been going throughout life with all of these tasks and thinking of them as like a progression bar. You want to make progress to eventually complete the bar, and then you think you'll be happy and fulfilled. In reality, every single time you've filled up this bar, you've completed that goal, that achievement, you're not as happy as you think you are. You're actually more happy during the journey, progressing through accomplishing the goal. When you accomplish the goal, it's like, all right, cool. I got this trophy, but the game was actually more fun than the trophy. The journey was a whole lot more fulfilling and harder, rewarding than actually getting the trophy at the end. How does this relate with relationships? Well, chapter 35, page 126. Your basic motivation is to be released from constraint and experience the freedom on the other side. What are some of the most common forms of masculine ecstasy? Orgasm. Whereas the feminine, on the other hand, is not seeking freedom, but love. A woman's bliss is not in emptiness, but in fullness. Her means is not release, but surrender. So if you can understand this concept of what each other want, the masculine wants freedom, the feminine wants connection, this is going to save you from a bunch of mental turmoil of always like not understanding why your woman gets upset when because now the fullness is stopped while you're empty. You have to understand this concept, and it's extremely, extremely spiritual. I'm still pretty uneducated with this stuff. I've read this book only 3 times. I plan on reading it a 4th. As a guy, you're always searching for freedom. So don't fall into this instant gratification route. Achieve your goals and set even bigger ones with relationships, with your business, with your purpose. Lesson number 5, what she wants is not what she says. Have you ever noticed that sometimes your girl would say to do this in the house and you do it, but she's still upset? Because it wasn't the tasks she set out for you to do that was actually the problem. Even though she said that, what she actually wanted was probably to feel more valued, more loved. But your dumbass masculine brain thought instantly, okay, I need to fix the dishwasher. That's what she said, so I'm going to ignore her and do what she said and fix the dishwasher. Little did I know she's standing there on the other side of the kitchen, upset and expecting me to hug her. I'm just so logical and I'm going to fix the dishwasher now because that will make her happy. Fixes the dishwasher, looks at this girl, she's still upset. Because what she wants is not what she says. Sounds very confusing. You're probably thinking, Adrian, why does it have to be like this? What the fuck? I don't make the rules of female psychology. It's just how it is. Your job is to now realize this and use your consciousness to think above this, okay? Every time your girl says something in maybe like a moody way, zoom out and look at the bigger picture. I know you really like to fix problems and you want to comfort her, you want to do what's right, but maybe you got to start looking at her true intentions and thinking a little bit deeper and showing her you have this smothering love to fulfill her actual needs and not the fucking dishwasher. Because if she was in a good mood, she would probably fix it herself. The dishwasher's not the problem. You are. I highly recommend you educate yourself a lot more through actually reading this book. I tried explaining these concepts in my best way, and I know in the future I'm probably going to remake this video and explain them even better. I hope it makes sense and I hope you can take value within it and improve your own relationships. So you don't have to go throughout life with just struggle and the girl thinking you're lacking effort, but in reality, this whole time, you just lacked understanding. Hope this video motivated or educated you. I'm currently doing one-on-one coaching mentorship. It'll be the first link in the description. Other than that, make sure to click the subscribe button and also that little bell icon, and you can watch them and educate yourself as soon as humanly possible. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.